What's good, fight fans? This is Ashley's Corner. And I gotta talk about this fight in between Jo Diaz and William Zepada. I really wasn't gonna make a video about this, but I see a lot of people talking about it. It's like 6 in the morning right now, Saturday morning. This fight is happening today. It's going to be on the Zone. And yeah, so let's talk about it, man. Immediately when I seen that this fight was happening, I immediately was like, I think Zepeda is going to win this fight. The reason why I think that William Zepeda is going to win is because of a previous fight that Jo Diaz has already had. I see this fight going very similar to that fight. And instead of instead of it being a majority draw as it like that fight was, I believe that Jo Diaz won't win this fight at all. William Zepeda is a very powerful puncher. I'm going to say his specs really quick just to get it about the way. William Zepeda is 26-0. He has 23 knockouts. He's fought for 112 rounds total in his professional career. His knockout percentage is 88.46%. He's 26 years old. He's been pro for 7 years. He is a southpaw. He's 5'9" with a 69.5-inch reach. This will be his third fight this year in 2020, and he's coming off of unanimous decision win. But before that unanimous decision, he had 15 straight stoppages. So the man has power. But this is the fight that I recall when he fought Rakamal, or however you pronounce this man's last name. Okay? He fought, this was Jo Diaz. If you look at the screen, this is Jo Diaz's last fight that he had at 130 pounds. He had that IBF title and he did not make weight. He lost that title on the scale where he made 133 pounds, .2 or something like that. And the guy that he was fighting came in at 129 points or whatever. So the title was on the line for him and him only, and Jo Diaz lost that title on the scale. This fight went to a draw, majority decision draw, and then Jo immediately moved up. Okay. Now, when it comes to JoJo's specs, JoJo has 32 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. He has 15 knockouts. He's fought for 263 rounds total in his career. His knockout percentage is 42.86%. He's been pro for 10 years. He's 29 years old. He's a southpaw as well, and he's 5'6" with his 64-inch reach, and he's coming off of unanimous decision loss to Devin Haney. Now, this other guy in the picture that I say that this fight is going to, William Zepada versus JoJo is going to look like this fight on the screen. He, Rock Miles, however you pronounce his name, his specs is 15-0 with 12 knockouts. At the time when he fought Jo Diaz, he was 15-0. He had 12 knockouts. He is a southpaw as well. He's 5'8.5" with a 76.47 percentage when it comes to his knockout percentage. It's 76.47%. He's fought for 80 total rounds. His reach is 68 inches. And he fought Jo Diaz right after he had COVID. So let's recap, okay? William Zepada has more knockouts and fights than this guy on the screen that Jo Diaz fought for his last fight at 130. He has more knockouts. He has more fights. He has a better knockout percentage, of course, at 88.46%. That is very high. Even though William Zepada might look old, it says he's 26 years old. He's a southpaw as well. Jo Diaz is 5'6". William Zepada is 5'9". The guy on the screen is 5'8.5". The guy on the screen reaches 68 inches. Zepada's 69.5. JoJo's is 64. And I understand Zepada don't have the best defense, but his defense is better than the guy on the screen. He went 12 rounds with Jo Diaz to a draw. That's why I think Zepeda has a very good chance of winning. Jo Diaz, that fight that he had back at 130 pounds was very competitive, a very good fight. He did not go on the inside and fight dude at, because in my opinion, on the inside, is where the dude was lacking. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have much skills on the inside, but Jo Diaz didn't take advantage of that at all. Saying that he's going to be the smaller fighter with the smaller reach and without as much pop as William Zepada. If Zepada catches JoJo, it could be all bad. I am a Jo Diaz fan. I know he don't duck no smoke. I always stand up for Jo Diaz. In my opinion, I just think William Zepada is going to look very similar to that fight that he had at 130. And the difference is that Zepada has more fights under his belt. He's not as green as the guy that he fought, Rock'em, whatever his name is. He's not as green. I think he has better skills. He has more power. The guy might have a little bit more hand speed, but it really didn't matter in that fight because of the way that Jo Diaz was fighting him. He was fighting dude on the outside. It was a straight up boxing match, not a brawling match. Push comes to shove in this fight, I just don't. I mean, it is a very good. It's possible Jo Diaz can win this fight, but I see that William Zepada will take this victory for himself. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.